All right, here at No Reserve, we have our beautiful 1996 Ford F-150. This is one of my favorite colors that Ford has made. It's called Toretto Red Metallic. It's still the same color that they use, actually still right now on the F-Series and a lot of the other Ford vehicle lineup. 96 is a great year to have because it's the only year for the OBD2 computer system on the half-ton. And this is the last year of the half-one OBS body style. This truck's obviously a regular cab. It's a long bed, 8-foot bed. It's a killer truck because it's got 146,000 original miles. Always been in the Northwest. Of course, it's got a clean Washington title. It has the 300 inline 6-cylinder with a 5-speed manual, but it's got air conditioning, factory air conditioning. We had a new compressor put on, oil change, air filter, a bunch of other things that we'll talk about in the driving video we do. But it's just an absolute beautiful truck. When the sun hits it, this color is fantastic. We did have the mirrors replaced. We have the original ones, but they were faded out, and the tail lights still have those, but they were faded out. And I mean, that's what's so great about these trucks is you can buy grills and bezels, new headlights, aftermarket style and OEM style bumpers, and it's all really affordable. I mean, for the tail lights and the mirrors, I think we spent like $150 so for the parts. So I'll go around here. It is, you know, it's 26 years old, so it does have, you know, working on 27 years old, does have some wear of, you know, it has little stone chips on the front of the hood, you know, because these have a real flat face right here, and you get a little chip right there. But there is wear on the top of the paint and the roof, a little bit of that looks like that. It's really hard to tell because this paint is so deep and reflective. It's hard to tell in some of the photos if you're just getting the reflection of the blacktop, but there's also kind of a weird little blemish here in the paint. You can see how big it is and how far away it is from the front. But you know, I just want to let you know it is, you know, on the top of the hood and the roof. But I mean, you can see how the truck looks in presentation out and live, and it looks fantastic. All the lenses look good, no condensation. You got some chipping down here on the valance, and that kind of continues, but you'll see no cracks. Lenses are really nice and clear. A couple little tiny chips on the Ford emblem. Bumper's in nice condition. No tweaks or bends. Still the chrome's nice and deep reflective. Chrome wheels. It's got 235 Wildcat tires with an absolute ton of tread left. It does have a couple tiny little chip right there. It's not the factory glass. The windshield's been replaced. All the other glass is original. And there's another chip just above the other wiper I'll show you as I go around. Door felts are nice. Both doors shut nice. No hinge issues. You can see the body lines are perfect. You can see the nylon isn't blown out from any hinge issues. And the door jambs are nice, but I'll go on the interior last. But you do have some door entry, little tiny scratches. You know, here. Some of these you may go through and be able to polish out because you can't feel a lot of them. You're going to have some little chips here. Stuff like that. You're going to have a little scratch going right there. That's probably the biggest scratch on the truck. Some little chips on the bottom. Of course, normal chips there. But look at the panel gaps. Really nice. Cowl's not dented down. Oftentimes people will try to go wash the roof or get up here and they'll push this down. You can see the hood line is really nice. They got a canopy on it by the condition of the inside of the bed and the bed size. There's no loading scratches. A lot of times when, especially long bed trucks, you have those up and down scratches and chips and damage, but it doesn't have that. The bulkhead also isn't dented in the cab, which you'll see oftentimes on these trucks. Diamond plate rails all the way around for protection. Behind each gas door is really nice and clean. I mean, it still has the factory retainer. Little stuff like that often in these trucks is still just missing or blown out. You can see original paint. There isn't any overspray. It's been painted on those emblems, or those decals, I mean. Little scratch right there. And you'll see the replacement lenses. They're just really nice and shiny, nice and clear. So you have a little scratch right there. I'll take you around here. Got a tiny little scratch there. And this kind of stuff happens with people with gas pump hoses. Seems to be kind of common. Tiny little chip there. And then there's a hairline scratch right there and a very faint small one right there. Tailgate does have some scratches, and these are the type of loading scratches I'm talking about. That's why I think, you know, it's That's why I know the body's been protected by canopy. You'll see the bed bolts are extremely shiny. No dents on the wheel wells. The paint all along the wheel wells and the front cab are really nice and shiny. There's some wear on the front bulkhead you'll see in some of the pictures of just paint, so maybe something moving around. But you see those bed bolts are as shiny as they were new, which shows that they were protected. But you have these loading scratches on the tailgate. And a lot of times you'll see these things on the bed sides of what I was talking about of a truck, if it hasn't been, you know, really well taken care of, like this one. Got some little marks on the plastic. Very slight dent right in here, so you might even be able to hook a come along or something to this and pull it out a little bit. A couple little marks on the end. And the tail lights are really nice and smooth. This one here I'm going to get off. It is just a little bit of paint transfer. It's not an actual scratch, so that'll be off the truck when the buyer gets it. There's a little chip right here that's been touched up. This bedside, the passenger bedside, I believe has been repainted. Can't remember, been over this thing like crazy, where I remember seeing some signs of that, but I don't see any overspray or anything, but I remember thinking I thought this bedside was repainted up at one point. So I could be wrong, but just take that into consideration. It matches perfect. It looks amazing. A couple little chips right there. You know, you do have like some tiny little entry wear. A couple chips right there. I mean, for being its age, you know, 26 years old is really amazing. Little chips right there, and that's pretty much it on the body. Oh, then you got a little chip right there. Oh, and there's another one. So these windows are really cheap to replace, but a lot of our trucks do ship out. So and chips could happen on the transport, but the mirrors have been replaced. Again, the original ones come with if you want. They're just the exact same. They're just a lot more faded. So I'll kind of show you the wheels and tires on this side. Nice and square tires, a ton of tread left. A bunch of underside photos, underhood photos. We'll do a full running and driving video, and we'll go over the operations of the inside. But you look at this, I mean, it's how shiny this still is. There's very little wear. Bottom side of the door is just beautiful and shiny. Door panels nice and tight, you know, no fading really. These fade and these fade and these fade. I don't know why, even on just super low mile rigs. There's a little bit of just kind of wear from the passengers, little scratches and stuff like that. Dash is in really nice shape. It's got an aftermarket Alpine CD player. No smells or nothing. Black vinyl's in really clean condition. Now I might get a little bit of dirt here and there. Behind here's got a little cargo area that can store stuff. You know, didn't come with the headliner. This is how they look factory. That was an option. You could get cloth or vinyl, and it's got the vinyl bench. No real marks on it, just a little scratch right there. No slits. The boot's in good condition. Some of these trucks, they get wore out. The plastic, you know, if someone pulls up on it and breaks it. But you'll see that little chip right there. That's the worst one. I mean, it's just a beautiful truck. See in the drip rails is really nice and clean. Again, we got photos of that stuff. Original manuals and brochure come with the truck. Steering wheel's in really nice shape. I actually like the XL steering wheels the most because they don't come with the leather that goes to heck on you. They always look great like this. This is an airbag truck, so it has an airbag. You can see all the AC controls, heater controls are in nice shape. The gauges are really clear. Fuel tanks really clear. The clutch pedal pad is worn, but there's no wear in the actual vinyl itself. Same with the seat. It's in really nice shape. Of course, the dome light comes on when the door's opened up. This is really beautiful. And you'll see even on here, just very minimal wear. I mean, just a couple little surface scratches. A little bit of blistering in the paint, but it's not rusted or nothing. It's just condensation gets stuck in here. You can see there's no rust or anything. It just kind of gets into the paint. But you'll see the underside is extremely solid. Look how shiny that still is. Factory decal. So it's got 355 gears. You can see how clean the hinges are in the nice condition. Alright, so this is going at no reserve, 146,000 original miles. And so good luck, everybody.